Alright, we're doing part 2 of mastering composition to get more keepers. This time it's going to be the black and white version, and I'm going to go the opposite direction, kind of right where we left off last time. So let's go before my battery dies. It's about 4 o'clock p.m. So I'm going to go see if I can find some nice subjects. I'll try not to shake my head too much. So one thing I always do is I look at the direction of the sun, and that means just look at my shadow and see which side of the light I'm supposed to be on. So I want to be on the side of the light, that way my subjects aren't silhouettes. And since we're shooting with black and white, I'm looking for shapes and form and lighting instead of color. Color helps define the subject. So sometimes when we shoot it in black and white, our subject is lost. So if they're wearing a tan shirt and they have tan legs and they're laying on the sand, then their form's not going to be very defined unless the lighting is hitting it properly and creating shadows. So I always have my settings set pretty much the same, and the shutter on this camera only goes up to 1/1000, so I'm maxed out there. My focal distance is set at 7 foot. So I'm just looking for goofy subjects. I'm also looking to always apply composition techniques. See, if we look towards the sun, we have nothing but silhouettes. But we can still make that work if we use separated shapes and figure ground relationship. And I'll show you, hopefully I can get a couple examples, a couple shots to give you an example of that. I'm also looking for gestures and decisive moment type of things where people are running towards the water or they're pointing. Got a volleyball court up here on the left, and I might walk past that. I'm gonna head up here. I'm always squinting too. You can blur your eyes and squint, and you'll see the contrast available. Especially important with black and white. If you don't have enough contrast, then your subject's not clearly defined. If you have too much contrast, so say if I look towards the sun and you see the sand there, so you got a lot of divots in the sand creating noise in the photo, which you don't want. In this direction, there's less noise in the sand. Cut through over here. All right, let's keep moving before my battery dies. Always double checking my settings. Sun's out, so I'm set at f14. Shutter speed is still the same. The majority of the photos will come after the second walkway. That's where all the action is. Another walkway. That's where all the action is. these tourists right here. This is perfect for color. Still set at 7. Some action going on up here. He's throwing her in the water. Too far away. Not enough action. Gestures. We're on the right side of the light. Check out the shadow. It's a good spot to work with separated shapes. A lot of different subjects. Separate them all. Maybe get them on an ellipse. A coincidence. So this guy might go running, and I'll get a shot at him in a few rounds. Set it to 15. This guy in the tube's pretty funny. I'm on the wrong side of the light. Maybe I can go on this side, get a shot at him coming out of the water. Pretend like I'm taking a picture there. Get a picture here. Okay, got that one. It might have been a good shot. Got the blue blockers. Shitty picture. So hot. Sweating. That's a funny picture. There's a funny shot coming up. Set it to 10 foot. Wait for the splash to come. Get their facial expressions. I don't think I got their face. Yeah, a lot of action going on up here. I'm gonna still try for separated shapes just to show you what that looks like. Work with coincidences, look for diagonals. Bresson always worked with the basic armature of the 1.5 rectangle. He is always incorporating diagonals and reciprocals in his work. Just 2 lines. That was the geometry. So I'm gonna see if I can capture any of that stuff. We'll have to use straight edges like surfboard or multiple subjects. Alright, we're almost, you can see it happening here. Let's see. See, if I shoot right or straight ahead of me, I'm getting more silhouettes. So I really got to pay attention to the shapes.
That was a bad idea.
Try to get the shape of that tube, the separated shapes in the background. A lot of people over here too. Lots of action. Let's see what we can get here. Sometimes getting the ball up in the air, it's a good shot. You gotta wait for the right time where it's above the horizon line so it stands out better. This might be a good shot with the hands up in the air. I remember getting a shot capturing something inside the woman's arm. So I'm at f14, shutter speed 1/1000th, focal distance 7 foot. Maybe I can get a kid jumping off the wall. Looks like there's volleyball tournaments, a couple cops, probably busting all the people drinking beer. There's a lot of action going on right here. See if we can get something. People are gonna be jumping off this wall. Oh. This girl's gonna jump again, so I'll get her. So thanks for joining in. Let me know how you like this, and if you want to see more of these, don't forget to subscribe and like, and I'll see you next time.